Will it be now?
It is. Hey, folks, thanks for tuning into the BAMF podcast. I'm your host, Mike Lafferty. Today, we're talking about Amazon's The Boys, based on the Garth Ennis comic series, which I personally loathed, but many people loved. And let's look at the trailer for just a quick 30 seconds.
Butcher?
What happened? My wife. She's alive. Vault's holding the captive somewhere. And right now, we're in a little bit of trouble. Are you fucking with us? Listen, this is a fucking mess. We're the most wanted lads in the country.
All right, we got the flavor.
A lot of F-bombs. Let's go.
Pringles.
Pringles.
You got the fever for the flavor. Pringles.
I love
commercial.
It's an old commercial. All right.
Pringles sponsor us. We will eat.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that either. Actually, yeah, that'd be lovely.
We will eat Pringles on the show if you give us money.
I've been holding out for a Pornhub sponsorship, but
we will eat more for Pornhub if they give us money.
You'll eat more what for Pornhub? But don't answer
Pringles.
The options are open.
Talking about The Boys.
Yeah, series 2.
Series 2.
In.
What do you think?
Do we get 3 more tomorrow, or do we get 1 more tomorrow? I'm not too sure how they're doing it. It's a bit of a puzzle. It's good. I like it. Series 1 was brilliant. I really did like Series 1. It had a pretty decent pace to it. The characters are pretty good. I have a passing familiarity with the actual comic series. I have the first graphic novel, and that's as far as I got because I didn't pick it up as it was coming out. So I think just one random jaunt to a bookshop one day, and it was on there. I thought, we'll give it a try, and that was good. And I was explaining to my friend the other day. She's saying, I really like The Boys. It's fantastic. I might read the books. He said, you do realise the books are more extreme than the television series. He said, what, really? I said, yes. This is mild compared to what's in the books. So, but yeah, it's series 2 seems to be continuing very well. I don't know how many series they have planned for this because I believe there's 12 graphic novels, I think. So that's quite a few issues. So they could be going for quite some time. But yeah, good stuff.
So is how many more pieces of wild sea creatures did they kill so far in the first 3 episodes?
Oh, only one. Apart
just the one from the trailer,
possibly some bullet wounded things, but yeah, one mass extinction event. Yeah.
Massive, because I haven't seen them yet, but I've read the comics and I saw season 1. So I have big hopes for season 2, especially where season 1 ended off. Because go ahead, please.
No, go on, say.
The comics take things in like a different route. So when they created the first season of the show, they kind of streamlined the story a little bit. So rather than being from multiple perspectives across the comics, they just kind of like went in a straight line. Whereas in the comics, it's more like it bounces back and forth a little bit more.
Yeah, that's what I assumed, because I think you get a lot more of the Huey stuff at the beginning of the graphic novel. In the TV series, you got parallel stories running at the same time, and therefore you can cover more ground quicker. But yeah, I just, it's, I know it's smashing superheroes up, but it's good. And again, the weird thing about it more than anything else is it's pretty decent visualization of actual superheroes as well. The powers look good. There's some interesting ideas in there as well. It's obviously twisted in a slightly different way than you see anything else, but it's still a damn good show. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just he's standing there with her arms.
Yeah, it's a shame. As we see there, Huey is not in the second series, but yeah, not Huey, real Huey. I completely all blank on his name as well now. My God, Scotty, new Scotty.
Oh yeah. The thing I really enjoyed is that they really like you were saying, they nailed the look of the superheroes. So like the costumes look pretty similar to the costumes like you have in the comics. Butcher's a little off because the whole like. I did not picture him so bearded and cockneyed.
No, but he's cool. He is very good.
Yeah,
he pulls it off. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mike? Seeing as you're muted.
Sorry. Well, I just wanted to say J.R. Hanley, famous science fiction writer, is watching and commenting, saying, "Lies, she's already Hannibal's lunch." And this went sideways real fast in a hurry, like, "Hey, J.R." And Phil Stone, Wizards of the Coast artist, is watching us right now. Hey, Phil. Just want to put 2 cents in before my beer break, and he says season 2 is cool as fuck. Well, thanks, Phil. Appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's good. And the other thing about the costume designs as well, we've seen over the course of Marvel and DC movies, when we obviously had the first X-Men film, everybody's in black, and obviously that's slowly taken to be, we're actually getting, Deadpool, a comic perfect costume, effectively, more Marvel and DC stuff. These do costumes that look not crazy, and they look functional, and they don't look garish. They just seem to work in the context of the actual shows. And there's even references that were like when Starlight has to change a costume design in series 1. That's not sexy enough. Change. There's a reason for it. There's some good stuff in there as well. So it's very well put together. Yeah, Amazon do actually some good stuff every so often, and this is definitely one of them.
Yeah, they've got a couple of different series that are out there that really high production values. Obviously they took over the Expanse from Sci-Fi, and just maintained the production there, and has maintained the quality so far. Carnival Row was interesting.
Oh yeah,
with high production values. I kind of would really like to see a season 2 of that, actually.
I've got to get around to watching it because it reminded me so much of Changing the Dreaming. Like, okay, I've got to watch this. But
it was really good. The first Jack Ryan was pretty good, because it showed Jack Ryan as he is portrayed in the books. He's an analyst, and the reason he's an analyst is because he broke his back in an aircraft accident. So the second season, though, they really went crazy with that. But there's a lot of good stuff coming out on Amazon that's just really, really good. They have, is that the Man in High Castle is in there too?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. The Man in High Castle is just, is one of those things where you're like, wait a minute, what do you mean the Nazis won? There's a lot of good stuff that they got season 2. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. So they are going to do a season 2. Yeah. It was very interesting. Yeah. Have you seen it, Jacob?
I saw they're doing a show about what looks like turn of the 18th, 19th century London and fairies. Heck yeah, I'm into that, and it was a good show.
Orlando Bloom's character, the twist for him at the end was just like heartbreaking.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So like to see and explore how that goes would be really, really cool. Mm-hmm. Amazon's doing some pretty cool stuff, challenging, places like Netflix that are putting out equally good stuff like Last Guard and what do you call it, Warrior Nun, which was fun. Cursed, which was some people liked, some people didn't. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming out from these streaming services that are just rock and roll. I mean, even I don't have HBO Max, but I'm kind of dying to see. You know what I'm talking about? Raised by Wolves.
Yeah, I just signed up for HBO Max. Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
There's a rumor Venture Brothers, RIP, it was canceled, is going to be going to HBO Max, so we can only hope.
Ooh.
And speaking of canceled, here's a show no longer on Amazon.
Uh-oh.
Yesterday you bested your nemesis. Today you look anew, ready to begin following the hero's way.
I think you're right, Tick.
What?
I'm in.
Really?
Yeah.
Fantastic!
Yeah, I thought this was a great show, and it's gone. No season 3 will ever happen. So
yeah, I loved how season 1 ended. Just cliffhanger. Yeah, some good shows. Tales from the Loop, another great, Amazon series. It's
taking it right out of that what is it, Norwegian RPG?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's excellent. It's excellent.
Right on.
But yeah,
all the cool RPGs are Norwegian these days. I'm kind of bummed out.
Yeah, the other thing is what both Netflix and Amazon, it's strange which shows they're picking up from elsewhere. It's like, who would have thought back when The Boys came out? Oh, this is obviously going to be a TV show at some point in time. You were absolutely joking. This is never going to happen. And like, that Norwegian RPG. Obviously, that's going to make a great show as well. It's like, what the hell? But yet, no one's made a Dungeons and Dragons show. It's like, what does that work? So yeah, it's very, very odd. Very odd.
Speaking of which, did you see that Norwegian Jeep commercial or car commercial?
Of course,
of
I
Dungeons
did.
and Dragons. I was like 8-year-old avenged. Yes,
Yeah,
that was awesome.
It was great.
I thought that was Chilean or possibly.
Oh, Chilean. Yeah, it was somewhere foreign where they ran
somewhere foreign.
somewhere foreign.
Outside these borders of ours.
That was actually pretty good American there, Abe. Although none of us are going to attempt English, the British accent.
What? That was good. Yeah, my kid's been watching this Ice Road Rescue on Disney Plus since they acquired National Geographic, and I think it was originally a BBC show, and it's got like every episode. Hey, someone's stuck in the mountains in Norway, and if it's North Norway, it's these guys. If it's South Norway, it's these other two guys, and they go and try to rescue, and it's always really complicated. And there's always a friendly local with a backhoe. Because A, Norwegians are friendly, and B, shitload of them in rural areas happen to own heavy machinery, and that's like every single. We watch a lot of reality television. I mean, there's like these things you keep. It's if you make a drinking game for this particular show, it'd be friendly local with heavy machinery. Take a drink, and for the other one we watch, Yukon Vet, castration. Take a drink, but do it slowly because there's like 6 of those an episode.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, we got to trank this grizzly bear. Gonna castrate him. Oh, this wild boar. Gotta trank him. Hey, here's my emasculator. See, this is the part that smooshes, and this is the part that cuts.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah, this is on Disney Plus. They fooled me. I didn't think this would be on Disney Plus. I didn't know, 2020 would have so much castration I would be seeing in high definition. And 2, they'd be on a Disney streaming service. But nightly, I see at least 3 castrations. Courtesy of Walt Disney. What sick timeline am I in? This is terrible. Sorry. What were we talking about? The Boys.
Not in episodes of The Boys either.
We
you just thought it mixed up there and all, but yeah.
How is it we'd never get a JSA TV show? We haven't gotten a good Batman TV show, but somehow The Boys gets a TV deal and it's great. How does that happen?
Well, technically, the Stargirl show is a JSA show.
But you had to say technically, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah,
because
but again,
it's named Stargirl, but it's a team series.
Well, you have to bid us adieu.
Yeah. I got to bounce. I got a thing. Excuse me.
See you,
Okay,
Walt.
no worries. Take you later.
But again, they have tailored the Boys down from the comics, but they are also willing to put as much effort into it to make it palatable for a TV series. With the DC and Marvel stuff, it seems to be like, well, we want to do a superhero show, but we don't really want to do powers, and we don't want to do costumes. We can do some teen stuff, and they can argue about a bit, and we can. It's just like, just do a damn show for Christ's sakes.
No, Marvel is doing fine with their shows. I think they're doing fine with their.
None of them ever appealed to me ever. Runaways,
not even the Netflix series. I'm not talking about the Runaways. I'm talking about like the Daredevil.
I saw one Daredevil. The first Daredevil series, first Iron Fist series, and the first Luke Cage series.
Okay.
And it's like, you had that call back to Luke Cage's costume in the episode. It's like, oh my god, if you could just wear that, I would be so happy. If Danny Rand could actually just be in a green tracksuit for one episode, please, for Christ. Yeah, they were saying, no, stay away from the comics. We don't want to go too close to it. It's like, no. That's why I'm so happy with the costumes in this, because it's something that actually shows their superheroes rather than just dressing as regular suited dudes. And it's just, it's just such a shame.
Mm-hmm. I could take a pass on most of Netflix's stuff, but for superheroes anyway. But some of the fight scenes in Daredevil were just epic.
They're great. Yeah, that first series corridor fight is absolutely fantastic. But it's like, well, yeah, whatever.
So, well, hey, we should probably wrap things up. If for no other reason, then I have to go do stuff over on my work laptop over here in a few minutes. But this was our quick, brief, super fast review of The Boys. I debated doing some RPG talk in this, if we should talk about what system you would use to emulate The Boys. But then I thought, well, that stuff's so nasty. I don't know if anyone wants to really role play in the world of The Boys. And if they do, they're probably using Fate or something. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Sure. Fate. Let's throw it to a shit system.
What are you doing? You want to get me? You want to get me angry emails, Jacob? What are you doing?
No, they can send me angry emails. I hate Fate, and I hate the people who write Fate. I have been very vocal about this.
You like icons, though, right?
I love icons.
Okay,
But you're right. It's damage potential. I mean, again, a lot of superheroes seem to shrug off a lot of damage, and just the sheer amount of bodily parts that are removed or at least torn in half. Yeah, that's more of a narrative thing rather than a hey, you've lost 7 hit points. Okay, your hand falls off. So yeah, it would be a thing. I don't think you can see do it happen in M&M or even in icons as such. But
you definitely want to try a more gritty system like Champions, where damage actually means something. Because I didn't mean to do 12 body to the normal human.
Yeah, that would probably work. If you could correct it, you'd have to stab up though. That'd be a drawback. But yeah.
All right.
But yeah. But interesting. I will say as well, if anyone is interested in reading The Boys, it's on Humble Bundle right now.
Oh, really?
All 12 graphic novels plus Project Superpowers for about $20, I want to say.
Ooh, I'm very tempted for the Project Superpowers.
Yeah,
the bundle with The Boys, I might consider that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's there's a lot of books. 12 volumes of the Boys plus 2 issues of the mini series, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 graphic novels of Project Superpowers.
Okay.
So that's a good old chunk of stuff. Yeah.
Garth Ennis is a great writer. I don't always like his superhero content, but his war comics, hell, Preacher was great.
Preacher's fantastic.
Yeah, and Hitman. I don't know if Hitman's still in the DCU, but I really enjoyed that series from back in the 90s. So old. But,
that's from the crossover, isn't it? The Bloodlines crossover. Hitman was.
Yeah, and let's see. During
literally the only one that stuck around, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, during the earthquake in Gotham, his neighborhood got infested with vampires, and he just spent all his time there in the ghetto just killing vampires while Batman was dealing with supervillains and everything else. It was it was a great book. But yeah, let's wrap things up. And you guys want to talk about Dune next time? I kind of want to talk about the Dune trailer, but this wouldn't be the right place to do it.
I can watch the Dune trailer. It should be interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the Dune trailer?
I haven't yet. No, I watch it. I will watch it later on.
Spoilers: the worm's at the end. So.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, it's like tequila. You gotta wait for it at the end for the worm. But, sorry, I've been wanting to make that joke for a day or two now, and
if you walk without rhythm, you won't attract the worm.
Chemical Brothers were a great band, and we will see you all next time on the BAMF podcast.